Hello, boys. Good morning. Welcome to your online class, and this is the physics class of yours. Boys, some of you are just in hope that you will get auto pass just like the HSC candidate. Actually, there is no credit of getting auto pass. This is not a credential fact, and at the same time, government hasn't declared any declaration, any notice about this fact that they will just allow the auto pass for you. That means for SSC candidates. So don't get confused. Don't make your mind in such a sense that we will get the same chance of auto pass. Just keep trying yourself, keep studying, so that at any situation you can just compete the fact or compete the you just can face the situation. We were discussing, we were reviewing some questions from several chapters that are important for board question, and state of matter and pressure. Chapter 5 is such a chapter. The question is must from this chapter. So we will try to discuss a creative type question in today's class from this chapter. This is a diagram based question. Here two diagrams are included. First one is an object ABCD is immersed into water, and the height of water level is 90 centimeter, and the height of the highest water level to the highest point of the object ABCD. That means the difference from the highest point or highest level of ABCD to the highest level of water is 30 centimeter. And secondly, an object P is given here whose height is 3 centimeter, and its diameter is 6 centimeter, and its mass is 100 gram, and density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube, as it is given in our question, though it is given in our question, but this point we just know this point. And area of ABCD, that means rectangular shaped area, the ABCD is 800 centimeter square. And according to this diagram, our questions are, first one is what is called stress. Second one is why ice floats on water. Third one is determine the magnitude of buoyancy on the ABCD solid body. What will be the upward force on the solid body ABCD? And finally, if the object P is let free in the water of the vessel, then will it immerse in liquid or float? Analyze mathematically. We have to solve these questions according to our staying. First one is what is called stress. As we know that the for stress is very similar to pressure. And what is stress? The force per unit area that develops within a substance due to the deformation is called its stress. In a word, the force per unit area is called its stress, and its unit is just same as pressure. That means Newton per meter square or Pascal. Stress is just similar to pressure. Our second question was why does the ice float on water? And as we know that if the density of an object is less than water, it will float and water float on water, or otherwise if that means if the density of the object is greater than the water, then it will sink. So ice is such a matter, or ice is such a state of water where when water transforms into ice, its volume increases, and we know that the density is a ratio of mass to volume, and as the volume increases but mass is remaining same here, so the total density will decrease here. And that's why as the the density is decreases, and it is less than density is decreased, and it will float on water. Because the density is less than water, it is decreasing, and it is less than water, that's why the ice floats on water. According to STEM, our third question was, if we just see the question, that was the upward force or buoyancy on the object ABCD. What will be the upward force for the object ABCD? Determine the magnitude of buoyancy on the ABCD solid body. That means we have to determine the magnitude of the buoyancy. That means the upward force, and that will fill the object ABCD. So for determining buoyancy, as we know that familiar equation, upward force or buoyancy of an object is equals to the weight of the water displaced by that object. That means we have to determine the weight of water displaced by object ABCD, and to determine that, our equation is V rho G, where V is the volume of that object, rho is the density on the medium, and G is acceleration due to gravity. Here density is given on the question, and we just know the value of acceleration due to gravity, but what is the volume of this object, we don't know that. So we have to determine it first. Here area is included in our stain. Area is given 800 centimeter square, and it will be converted into SI unit, that means in meter, and it will be 0.08 meter square. Height of the body, because we are determining first the volume of the body. For volume of the body, the equation is V is equals AL, where A is the area of the body and L is the height of the body that is immersed in water. So area is given 0.800 centimeter square, and if we convert it into meter, it will be 0.08 meter square. Then height of the body, there will be according to our diagram, our first diagram, the height of the body will be just the difference of the highest level of water, that means difference of the level of water, and to the difference from the difference of the top level of the body from highest peak of water. That means if we if we just imagine that the height of water level is h, and the difference of the tip of the body from the highest water level is h1, then the height of the body will be h minus h1. If we just see it from our diagram, what is the height of the object? The water level is here 90 centimeter. We are just considering it as h, small h, and the distance from the highest level of water to the highest peak of this object, or highest level of the object, here is 30 centimeter, and we are considering this one as h1, and the difference of these two will be the total height of the object on water. So finally we have got the height 90 minus 30 centimeter, and this will be 60 centimeter. We have to convert it to meter, and this one will be 0.6 meter. And though the density of water is given in our question, and that is rho w is equals 1000 kg per meter cube. So now we can determine the volume of the body, that will be V is equals AL, and the area is 0.08 meter square, and the length is height is 0.6 meter. So putting these values on this equation of V is equals AL, we finally get the volume of the body will be 0.048 meter cube. So we have got the volume, and now we will we can just calculate the buoyancy by using a familiar equation V rho G, where we have got the value of V just now 0.048 and meter cube. The density is 1000 kg per meter cube, and the acceleration due to gravity 9.8. And calculating these values, we just get the upward force or buoyancy on ABCD will be 470.4 Newton. So this is our question number C, and question number D was another object P was given in our stain. If the P is let free in water of the vessel, then will it immerse in liquid or float on it? We have to determine that one. First of all, we have to just make a list of the given values over here. The mass of the object P is given 100 gram, that means 0.1 kg. Height is given in the diagram 3 centimeter, that means 0.03 meter. Radius of curvature is given 6 centimeter, and we will convert the diameter is given 6 centimeter. We will convert into radius of curvature by dividing by 2, that will be 3 centimeter or 0.03 meter. So we have got the values that are needed in our calculation, and we are calculating here the upward force on P, because for determining whether the object will float or it will just sink on the water, we have to calculate the upward force or buoyancy at the same way. So for calculating buoyancy, we have to use the equation V rho G, and here we just only have the idea about rho and G, but volume of the object is not given here in the stain. We have to calculate that one. So volume of P is equal, V is equals, this is we will just use the law formula. B is equals pi r square h, because this is involved with radius, so the equation will be pi r square h. And we know the value of pi. Our radius of curvature is determined on here is 0.03 meter, and height is given on the stem, that is 0.03 meter. So we get the volume of P 84.82 into 10 inverse 6 meter cube. At the same time, we have to determine the weight of P in air, because the upper body will just float or immerse. It will depend on the buoyancy and on the weight of the object. So weight of the object P will be W is equals mg. The value of m is given in the stem, that is 100 gram, and by converting it to kg, we just get the value is 0.1 kg, and the value of acceleration due to gravity, we know the value 9.8. So finally we get the weight of the object is 0.98 Newton. So as we just calculated we have calculated the weight, now we will just calculate the upward force on P. So upward force will be V rho G. We just have all the values here. V, volume of the object, rho, the density of the medium or water, and G, acceleration due to gravity. And by putting all the values in this equation, we just get finally the upward force will be 0.831 Newton. So now if we compare the both, that means the weight of P in air and the weight upward force, we just see that upward force or buoyancy is less than the weight of the object P. So if the buoyancy or upward force is less than the weight of an object, then the weight will more active here, and the body will immerse into that medium. That means in here the medium is water, so the body will immerse into water, it will not float. Finally, we can make a comment here as the upward force is less than the weight of the body, then the body will not just it will not float on water, it will sink on the water. So as I have told to you, this is a very important chapter for you. Keeps practicing more questions. We are just focusing on some very common type of questions or very common topic from where questions come in board exam, but you have to try practice. You have to practice lots of questions from all topics from and you have to follow the whole chapter in your practice. So guys, take care and be happy, be safe. Goodbye for now.